Hello, hello, hello. Marietta here, back with another video. And y'all, guess what? I was just sitting up here and I was reading some things earlier, and I was just, thinking about how families are going to make it today with the rising cost of everything. I mean, everything costs a whole lot. You got the price of food going up, the price of clothes going up, and then you got families that are trying to expand their families, such as having babies. I was reading and when I was reading something online, it said that about 10,000 babies are born every single day in the U.S. About 10,000. That's a lot of babies, y'all. That means no matter what's going on in the world, no matter how bad it looks or how deep a recession they think we think we're in, or how inflation is hitting the land, people are still having babies. Babies are still being born every single day, and at a rate of 10,000 per day, I believe that I read. And I got to thinking to myself, I said, Lord Jesus, bless the children. I pray that we're out here being responsible and this time and thinking about the world the way it is today and how hard it's going to be able to take care of these extra children. When you're talking about 10,000 children being born a day, some of them will be born into households that they cannot afford these children. Some of them will be born into households where they'll be okay. When you think about some of them be born into households that the parents may not even be financially, mentally, spiritually ready to take care of all these children. So these children are going to have to find somewhere to go, and they got to find somewhere to be. And sadly, the children are the ones that get to suffer because of the fact of the parents not taking responsibility or not being responsible. And now you got to really evaluate your situation, evaluate your life. And so you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're not in position to raise no more kids. You're not in position to feed, clothe, keep a roof over their head, cover their medical expenses. It's time for people to start thinking about the lives that you are hurting, the people that you are hurting, and before you start bringing extra lives into this world. I would say it again, especially the way the world is today. Right now, we are living in our last days, and the world is going through some things, and there are some things that you just cannot just do. And that's one thing, is to be out there just doing anything all willy-nilly, all unprotected, and bringing lives into this world that you cannot afford, that you cannot take care of. I mean, I know people do what they want to do, but as I got to thinking about that thing, it made me want to make a video, because when I think about 10,000 babies being born every single day in the U.S., and the way the U.S. is right now, and the way we're living in these uncertain times, and we don't know how we're going to feed ourselves, and we got all these tariffs going on, and the stores are everything is high and everything is expensive, and your job is not getting any better. They're not giving you any more pay, and most jobs are laying off. But yet all these babies going to have to find somewhere to live, somewhere to eat, somewhere to go. And are we ready for all this? Are you really truly ready to bring extra kids into this world? When you think about the way the world is today, you got grown people that cannot feed themselves. You got grown people that cannot take care of themselves. You got grown people that don't know how they're going to make it from day to day. You got grown people that don't even know if they're going to have a roof over their head. Why bring kids into this world? Why not stop and think? Stop and think. Those that have a brain or that are rational enough that can think, it's time for you to stop and think. I understand that some people go through things and they can't think at all for themselves, and they just out there just doing whatever. But think about these children. Think about the children that you're about to create. Think about who you about ready to lay down with, and think about your financial situation, your financial stability that y'all have in your life. Is anything stable? Is finances stable anymore? Can you count finances today the way the world looks as being stable? Because it seems to me like they can be stable for 1 minute, they can be unstable the next, or they could be gone the next, or you look up and you laid off, you look up and you ain't got no money whatsoever. I mean, you just got to think about these things. 10,000 babies born every single day. That thing blew me for a loop. And as I was sitting here, I just got to thinking to myself, Lord, let me turn this camera on and talk about this, because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody under the sound of my voice right now is trying to make a decision whether they should have kids or whether they should not have kids, whether they are ready for children, whether they're not ready for children, and who are they about ready to have these babies with, or just about ready to try to lay down with somebody to have a baby so that you can be stay on the system when the system is getting ready to not even be there for you. There's no more government assistance that's going to hold you down for years and years and years. Trump is even telling them that girls only got 2 years, or whoever, girls, boys, whoever's on Section 8 only got 2 years if you're able-bodied to get off of that. So that means you probably could not have a roof over your head. So many people are opting out of living in a home, period, because the mortgage rates and the rents are going up so high. And you're talking about making extra children, bringing extra babies in this world, extra mouths that you got to feed. When you're struggling to feed yourself and you know you don't have what you need, that should be a sign to you to say, I can't afford to bring another life into this world. I cannot afford to feed no one else. I can't afford to clothe no one else. If you're living in your car and you know you ain't got nowhere to live, how can you think that you can lay up and bring another baby into this world knowing that neither one of you have no way to take care of this life that you're about ready to create? Stop and think. Some of this is just common sense. It don't take a rocket science to realize that a newborn baby was gonna throw a monkey wrench in your whole program when you know you can't afford to take care of yourself. Why would you even attempt to bring somebody else into this world? And this time, in the midst of this chaos that we're going through, we trying to figure it out as adults. So why complicate your situation when you know you're already struggling, you're already going through, you already don't know where you're going to lay your head from one night to the next. You already realize that your pocket is empty. You already realize that you don't have the things that you need to function on a daily basis, because bringing a baby, a little baby takes a lot, and you need a lot, and you got to give a lot. You got to give a lot of yourself. You got to give a lot of your time. You got to give a lot of effort. You got to lose a lot of sleep. You're going to have to really sacrifice a whole lot in this season to take care of a baby. And baby things are even more expensive now than they ever were. Everywhere. You heard what it said about Christmas. There might not be no Christmas for y'all this year. I'm not really interested in celebrating no Christmas, no way, because like I said, you got to think about these kids. You got to think about these kids and how you're going to bring them up. How you going to bring them up and what you're going to impart in them. You're not going to have no money to buy no extra things with if you don't have no extra things now. You're sure not going to have nothing to buy, nothing extra with in December. It's winter time. That's when the bills are going to be even more higher in your home, because now you got to heat that place. Now you get ready to have to spend more money to try to buy winter clothes and to stay warm and to buy the things that you need to make it through that winter months of eating it, because you eat more in the winter because you're in the house more in the winter. So now you're talking about baby milk, cans of baby milk. Oh, or you're going to expect WIC to take care of that? I mean, come on now. There may not be no WIC. They had WIC back in the day, but there may not be no WIC by the time that you create these babies and the system gets cut. Think about these things. Don't put yourself through it. I'm only mentioning these things because it really shocked me today to think that people would even consider, unless you already got a lump sum savings, unless your house is already paid for, you have no worries if somebody lay you off, you have no worries about the job, unless you know without a shadow of a doubt that you got this, and you already got the financial stability, and you already got the money put up, and you're ready to raise these extra children, and you're okay with bringing somebody, then good for you. You got my blessing. God bless you. But if you already know that this is going to put a hardship on your life, you already know that you might even be one of them females that wants to get pregnant so you can hold on to Johnny over here, and Johnny wants to run all over the place. Now you stuck with the baby, Johnny's still gone. Come on, somebody. This stuff happens too often. Too often. And when I think of 10,000 babies born, y'all look it up. That's exactly what I found when I looked up 10,000 babies born every day in the U.S. They said it was slightly higher in 2004, but yet the fertility rate remains low. But 10,000 babies a day in the U.S., that's a lot of babies. That's a lot of babies. I bet there's so many beautiful bouncing babies, because I'm one that love the kids. I am one that love the kids. I love me some kids. I love raising kids. I've been raising kids all my life, but I'm of that age where I'm ready to retire. And I'm ready to retire, and I'm not planning on taking on no more babies in this life. I'm ready to go on and enjoy my life, and maybe even down the road be somebody's baby. Come on, somebody. I might be ready to be the baby now. because I put in my time. But I just want to tell all you young ones out there, just be careful. Just be mindful. Just think about your situation before you get into it. Start thinking about how in the world you're going to move, how you're going to take care of this child, how you plan to raise this baby if you get laid off. Think about the fact that jobs are laying off right now, and that layoff slip could be coming to you. Eviction notice could be coming to you. Prepare yourself, and don't put yourself in a position where you got to now figure out what you're going to do with this little baby, this beautiful little bouncing baby that you brought into this world. And it's a hard thing to see your baby hungry. It's a hard thing not to be able to dress your child. It's a hard thing not to be able to give your child the things that you did not have when you was coming up. And it's such a hard thing to realize that you got to do this all alone, and that you realize that your home gets broken up because of the fact of not being enough money in the home to take care of this baby, which started out to be a 2-parent household, ends up being a 1-parent household, because one of you don't understand that even through the thick and the thin, that is still y'all child. Both of y'all chose to lay down and make that baby, and both of y'all should raise that child. But it can be a hard thing to handle when you look up and you standing by yourself, and they don't decide to go on with somebody else, or even leave you with that baby and go make a baby with somebody else. These are hard things that you may have to take. So before y'all think about going out here and being part of that 10,000 baby boom march that happens in every day in the U.S., think about your life. Think about the things that you want out of life and how your life is going right now, and where this child would fit into that equation. See if that child will be born into a loving, caring family where it's going to be 2 parents is willing, ready, and able to stand together to raise this child, and raise this child on one accord. That child will be whole and wholesome, and be able to be loved, to be cared for, and not be a mistake, and not be a burden, and not be just another statistic. Make sure that you know exactly what you're doing before you create a problem for yourself. You don't have to create a problem where there ain't none. You can perfectly well wait until you make sure that you're able to support and take care of this child. Make sure that right now, you don't know if you got job security now, so maybe it'd be best for you to wait a while. You don't know if you got enough money in your bank account, so maybe you should wait until you save some. You haven't bought your own home yet, so you don't know where the child going to stay for a lifetime. Maybe you should wait until you buy one. You don't even have a decent car. The one you got is on the last leg. Maybe you should wait until you get good transportation. Think about all these things. Think about all these things before you jump out there and decide to create a baby and cause yourself a problem, and not thinking about the fact that baby things, baby clothes, baby toys, baby food, baby milk, jars of baby food, having a room in your home for the baby can take up a lot of space, a lot of toys, a lot of equipment, doctor's visits, time away from work, who's going to do daycare. All these things need to be taken into consideration when you start talking about bringing part of that 10,000 baby a day that's going on in the U.S. into your home. No, I mean, you just think about the fact that that's a lot of beautiful babies, I'm sure. But those are a lot of lives. They are real lives. They are not mechanical. They're not toys that you can just play with for a little while and throw them in the corner. Once you create this little life is going to expect. I mean, you got to expect yourself to be able to raise this little life and bring this little life up the way you want to be brought up, or way you want to be taken care of. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's going to be hard to be out here trying to take care of a baby in this day and time. It's just going to be hard to do. It truly is. It's going to be very hard to take care of a baby in this day and time if you're not already financially stable and ready, willing, and able to dedicate and devote your time to that situation. And from my understanding, daycare is expensive. Very expensive for a newborn baby. Very expensive for a newborn baby when 2 parents got to go to work, but somebody got to take care of the child. Think about that as well. Daycare is very expensive. And it's hard to find daycare for newborn babies because they will charge you an arm and a leg. And then what mother wants to leave her newborn baby with strangers while she go to work? That is a hard thought just to think about that. But 10,000 babies born in the U.S. every single day. And they said the rate was a little higher back in 2004. Wow. Just think about that. Think about that. 10,000 babies every day, every single day. Wow. That's a lot of human beings. As they say, that's a lot of fried rice and a lot of noodles has got to be cooked. A lot of fried chicken. Also, a lot of meals has got to be made as they get older. A lot of bottles got to be made while they're just babies. But I was thinking about myself, thinking about it myself, and I said to myself, God knows I'm glad I had my children when I did. I'm glad I had them when I did. And now we're hearing this foolishness. It's just like my heart goes out to anybody who's trying to raise a child right now under these circumstances, the way the world is today. My hat goes off to you. If you think you can bring a baby into this world, into this mess, and begin to enjoy life, and to begin and think you're going to enjoy life, and you got this little one that you got to take care of, because y'all know once you have a baby, your life is over. Everything goes to this baby for a while. All your time, all your attention, all your love, everything. And if you don't have nobody to pick up the pieces, this is why I was understanding what a lot of the people were talking about when they said about how a lot of the girls that live in Section 8 housing, they gave them that stigma of saying they would have babies over and over again so they'll never have to leave Section 8 housing. And I do know a few that did live like that back in the day. Now, whether or not many of them are doing that today, I pray not, because I'm telling you, it's just not worth it, because you only got 2 years. That means your baby will be 2 years old when you get kicked out to the street. 2 years old. Think about that. So you got 2 years to figure out where you're going to go, 2 years to figure out how you're going to move, and then you have another baby on top of that situation. Don't seem too smart to me. But that's just my opinion. So I was just sitting here thinking about that, and I just thought I would throw some words of inspiration out there to uplift, motivate, and inspire somebody to say, wait, I say, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. I know the Bible teaches us to go out there and multiply, get married, and multiply and supply the land. But I think we got enough babies in the land right now. I think we got enough right now that's not being taken care of. We got enough right now that's being left, and nobody's is checking for them, or nobody's taking care of them, and they done gone into different agencies, foster care, and different things of that nature. So we got enough of that going on. We don't need no more of that happening in the U.S. today. So make sure that when you decide, hear me very well, when you decide that you want to be grown and you want to lay down and you want to create another life, make sure that you're ready, willing, and able to fight for that life to the point where you're ready to make sure that that life is well taken care of by you. Not by the state, not by the welfare system, not by this, that, and the other. Make sure you're ready, willing, and able to put in that work and to be able to get out there and figure out how you're going to take care of these babies. Because those are a lot of babies. 10,000 babies a day being born in the U.S. When I saw that, the statistics on that, I was just floored. I'm like, wow. Wow. That's a lot of babies. That's a lot of babies. That's a lot of babies. Remember, the babies don't stay babies for long. The babies grow up. The babies get bigger. Things get more expensive. I mean, everything from their clothes to their shoes to they might need eyeglasses like mine. I'm looking at my eyeglasses in the mirror now. But these babies may need a lot of things as they get older. They need a lot of things, and you got to be ready, willing, and able to supply those things that these children are going to need to be able to keep them well taken care of. Coats and shoes and boots and, come on somebody, book bags and diapers, and that's a lot. It's a lot. Strollers and walkers and high chairs, and I mean, you think about all your baby equipment, crib in a room, and keeping a roof over their head. That's putting yourself in a lot of stress. I don't know. I just thought that 10,000 babies coming into the world. I said, let me get on this line and make a video to let my daughters out there know. Just move responsibly. That's all. Move responsibly. Know what you're doing when you get yourself into it. That way you won't be saying, woe is me. Know exactly what you're doing, what you get yourself into, who you creating this baby with. Know exactly what's going on, and make sure you're strong enough to be able to carry that load if he walk out on you, or if she walk out on you. Make sure you're able to carry that load. Somebody got to be responsible in the midst of that situation, that they're ready, willing, and able to carry these loads. So with that being said, and you can say you heard it from me first, I love y'all. I come to uplift, motivate, and inspire. If so you stayed here this long, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on a journey for 10K over here, and we're doing a great job. We're already over 5K right now. Y'all, come on, somebody. Don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Come on, and if you have not, set your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. Y'all have a nice night. Bye-bye.